Today at 2 on Star 64.
Good start. It's a good start
today.
Good
start. Yeah.
Yep,
Okay.
Sure.
Good morning and happy Fat Tuesday. I'm Jen Dalton.
And I'm Bob Herzog. And if all of this Mardi Gras mania is upon us, that must mean spring break travel is right around the corner. We're talking about, how much more you can expect to pay for a trip to the beach. And for those ready to travel a little further, we have an update on plans for the moon. But let's see what's brewing in the tri-state.
I don't have any spring break plans yet. The moon. There we go.
There you go. Put it on your list.
Why
It's
did
a
I not?
possible destination.
They don't have the Google flights for that yet.
No. Soon.
I can't see how much. Yeah,
That's
you're
coming.
right. Probably soon. Anyway, a food desert in the tri-state is no more. Food deserts are urban areas where it's difficult to access affordable fresh food.
Yeah, but a new grocery store is a big step in reversing a nearly 2-decade food drought in Avendale. It's been 17 years since a full-scale grocery store has called Avendale home, which is why excitement just fills the aisles inside the Country Meat Company Marketplace in Avendale. On opening day, there was like a 2-hour wait to get inside the store as a huge crowd poured out into the parking lot.
I would probably say it's like winning the Super Bowl. That was a Super Bowl moment, and it felt like I was holding up the Lombardi trophy, but, that's what it really felt because it took a lot of time and effort to get to this point.
It's exciting. First of all, it's exciting to be here. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to our community as well.
I saw a lot of video and pictures on social media over the weekend of everybody lined up out there and just the excitement. The store is at the Avondale Town Center, which is on Reading Road. I'm so happy for people in that area that they have someplace that much closer. We heard from people who said, look, I had to try to go to Walgreens in order to get groceries. And while you get some things at Walgreens, it's not exactly a grocery store, right? So to have, whether it's fresh produce or things, fresh meats and those kinds of things. I think it's really, really an awesome thing for that community.
Well, and for people who may have had to take 1-2 buses just to go to the grocery store and think about trying to transport all those groceries back home and, to have something close to home, like you said, with fresh produce and things that you can't get at the Walgreens or the dollar store or whatever is closer. This puts it back in the neighborhood after a long time.
And he was mentioning it's also on the bus line. And so for a lot of people who not necessarily live in Avondale, but it's 1 or 2 stops before where they're headed, that makes a big difference too. Yeah.
Congratulations to them too. I'm happy for him. Well, in the neighborhood, we have some bad news. The highly anticipated opening of Buc-ee's in Ohio. It's being delayed. You gonna be okay?
I'm all right.
According to the Dayton Daily News, the Buc-ee's planned in Huber Heights will not open until next summer. I'm not talking this summer. I'm talking next summer. This is the gas station and convenience store's first location in Ohio. Bob and I were so excited. It was supposed to open in December. But the Dayton Daily News reports that the project is being delayed due to a lawsuit between Buc-ee's, the Clark County Commissioners, and the city of Huber Heights. The dispute is over whether the city or the county is in charge of the store's sewer and water service. Buc-ee's says the hope is to open sometime in the summer of 2026.
So they still don't have that figured out?
They still don't. And again, it was supposed to open, last December.
Good Lord.
Got postponed. And now we're looking at another year and a half or so before they're going to open it. That's just one of those things that you would think somebody would have known before they even broke ground who was in charge of the water.
Just denying the people access to Buc-ee's.
Do you have your cup with you?
I don't have my Buc-ee's cup today.
Yeah. We here on ARC Cincinnati are very fond of Buc-ee's. Yeah. And so are many people. They've sent us many a Buc-ee item.
It's a special place. Our new general manager happened to see me walking out of the building with my Buc-ee's cup.
And he likes the Buc-ee's?
He's not been. And I said, Franco, you need to go to a Buc-ee's and get you some brisket.
And it'll change your life, right?
That's what I told him.
Okay.
And if I'm talking about brisket from a gas station, you better believe I'm not joking. I'm not messing around.
I've heard in the bathrooms. My goodness, the bathrooms.
This is how clean the bathrooms are.
I'm sorry I mentioned the bathrooms. Here we go.
I would take a seat in the Buc-ee's bathroom and eat the brisket there. That's how clean it is. That's how clean it is, and that's how good the brisket is.
Wow, that's a statement right there. Let me put this out there.
Okay, do it.
Disco bathroom. Buc-ee's bathroom.
I've not done the disco bathroom.
I have done the disco bathroom.
But you've not done the
They were very clean, but I've not done Buc-ee's.
See?
Can we combine them?
If
Can
you
we put
would throw a disco ball in a
Buc-ee's bathroom?
It would be a rave. Be people in there
Eating brisket.
glow
sticks,
just dancing all up on each other.
It's a Buc-ee's rave, baby. I think we just came up with an amazing idea.
I think we did.
We're going to have a rave. And let's have a wedding in there while not. Because remember the person that got married in the disco bathroom?
Has no one been married at a Buc-ee's yet? No, that's happened somewhere.
I'm sure
I can't remember where.
I'm sure it's happened. But somebody did get married in the disco bathroom in Kentucky, which I've been to.
That should be the name of a novel. Married in the disco bathroom. The Jen Dalton story.
It's not. Mine is not far from that.
Well,
mine
it
is
should
not far
be.
from that.
Ryan, you need to renew your vows with Jen in a disco bathroom.
Don't. He'd be the one.
Anniversary idea. Boom, done.
He'd be the one that would be saying no, please. And I'd be like, yes, let's do it. And
Make
some
it
Taco
happen.
Bell.
Make
Can
it-
we throw some Taco Bell in there too?
Why not?
Okay. Anyway.
Why not? Let's talk about something else.
Calm down.
Okay. Cincinnati Bengals franchise tagging T. Higgins.
Okay.
No cap. I think I said that right.
Yes, you did.
For a second straight year. Has nothing to do with the salary cap. We're going to get into that later. But no, he is franchise tag. Team says the primary goal of doing this again is to still get a long-term deal done. By using the tag, the franchise tag, in theory, they can now negotiate without having to worry that T would sign with another team in free agency. But the wide receiver would still, of course, have to sign the franchise tag and agree to play by July 15th. He'll be paid more than $26 million if he does. That would put him at 11th highest in the league for wide receivers. Higgins played on dollars.
Speaking of which,
Yeah.
real quick, did you see his tweet?
No.
So last week we were talking about the tag.
Yep.
Or the
Cap.
tweet where there was just the cap, which
Yep.
meant lion, right?
Yep.
So his tweet to let everybody know that
Oh,
he
it
was
was just-
tagged. It said the word tag.
Tag. That's it. And he said, because he had said, I'll let you know here. I'll let you know.
He did, and he did.
And he did.
just wrote tag.
Tag. The Bengals released veteran guard Alex Kappa, which frees up some Kappa space, about $8 million. Jamar Chase and reigning NFL sack leader Trey Hendrickson, they want extensions. Tight end Mike Gesicki, also an impending free agent. There's a lot of...
There are a lot of moving pieces.
Yeah.
Can you explain something to me? Because as much as I love
Yes.
football and I've gotten into fantasy
I'm
football,
ready. I'm ready.
I don't know a lot about the salary,
The cap structure?
the cap structure.
Okay, what do you need to know? What do you want to know?
So is it that teams can only spend a certain amount?
Yes.
Kind of like in fantasy football.
Correct.
Where I have to pay for a player if I
Yes.
want to a certain amount, but I can't go over a certain amount.
I believe so. Now I don't recall if it's like baseball and you can pay a luxury tax if you go above that amount, where teams are sort of charged.
luxury
Where teams are
tax?
charged.
That
I think
doesn't
that's more
seem
of a
right.
that's more of a baseball thing. I don't know if that's an NFL thing. Somebody will let me know if that's the case. But yes, there is a finite number of dollars.
That each team can spend.
Correct. And a lot of times that's why you'll see somebody get so big a signing bonus, because a signing bonus you don't take as big of a cap hit, I don't believe,
okay.
as you do when you sign the full-on extension and all that kind
Thank
of
you.
good stuff. But what this does, at least initially, is open up a heck of a lot of space, which they will need to re-sign
Yeah.
Jamar Chase. And
Because that's gonna take up
and
a lot of
And I
that
think
salary
that's the
cap.
number one priority
Yeah.
right now, is getting the deal
Getting
done
Chase.
with him. And then you just kind of see, come what may after that, the franchise tag was a tool that the team could use to make sure T did not get
Yeah.
away, at least for this incoming season. After that,
Discussion for another time, maybe. But
Yeah.
if we keep
by the way,
seeing
if anything I said there was factually
Yeah, let us
incorrect
know,
with the
let
cap
us know.
structure, please let me know. But I think that's all. I
on
think
the
that's
Arc
all
Cincinnati
right.
with Bobby Jones Facebook page,
Yeah.
let us know. But if these salaries keep going higher and higher and higher,
Yes.
how are they they're gonna have to raise the cap, right? I mean,
And they do.
They
and,
do.
And that usually comes down, there'll be negotiations with the NFL Players
Yeah.
Association. And a lot of times, if ultimately there ends up being some kind of strike, a lot of times it'll be about that kind of
Okay.
thing.
Sorry. It's just
hopefully
a lot.
we're nowhere near anything like
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
that, thank goodness. But when those kinds of things have happened, it comes down to a lot of those dollars and cents. And when you're talking about a corporation in the NFL that makes billions upon billions, I mean, think what companies pay for broadcast rights and streaming rights and all. I mean, just backing up the Brinks truck again and again and again.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot.
And the players are like, well, we're the ones playing, so we should have some of that money.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Okay. Well, we will continue to follow all of that for you. Laissez bon temps rouler. Let the good times roll. It's Fat Tuesday, and we are taking a live look right now.
Oh, got a
I apologize
parade.
if you see anything that's inappropriate. Be on the lookout. Be careful. Get the
It's early enough. These are still family-related
get the button
parades
out where
and
we can
stuff,
hide
probably,
things.
right?
Okay, I don't know. You never know.
There are a lot
it's
of family
Mardi Gras.
parades. I know that.
In New Orleans, where the Mardi Gras celebrations have already begun. So it looks like they're getting the parade floats ready. That's early down there. To
They
be
just
doing
keep
this.
going.
They never stop.
They don't
Is
stop.
it Big Bird?
I'm going to go no. Gonna give you a solid no on that.
Okay. I thought maybe on the side there. But I've never been to the New Orleans parade, and I would like to. But you don't have to travel all the way to New Orleans. There are Mardi Gras celebrations happening all over, including one in northern Kentucky. Braxton Brewing is hosting a crawfish boil at their tap room in Covington. Their Mardi Gras party starts at 6 this evening. It's just one of the many places you can go.
Now, I know you have been a vegetarian for quite some time in your life. Have you ever done a crawfish in your pre-vegetarian days?
Sure.
How did it work
and
out
I've
for
added
you?
the fish now, so I.
Okay.
So back in the day, I do not. No, I can't.
What?
Let me make no words because they crunch. They have eyeballs. I can't.
They do.
No.
They do have eyeballs.
Like,
yes.
Yeah. No, don't. I can't. Can't do it.
That's how you have to eat them, though, right? I've never had one.
Yeah, you like kind of slurp.
You want me to stop making that noise?
We used to catch them when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah,
We'd
under
go
rocks and
camping,
stuff?
And yeah. I don't think we would then boil them and eat them.
No, the
but-
creeks in which I was catching crawfish back in the day.
Me too.
Were not the kind of creeks
Yeah.
one should eat anything out of.
But not something
You're much
interested
better
in.
off eating brisket in a Buc-ee's bathroom.
There you go.
New season alert as we move on to other things. Cincinnati Playhouse in the Park announcing a new round of shows. Looking ahead, it will stage the U.S. premiere of Mythic, a pop rock musical from Tony Award winner Kathleen Marshall. Other season highlights for Playhouse: Because You're Mine, a celebration of country music's great loves and love songs. Mrs. Christie, a mystery about Agatha Christie. Tenderly, which is loved, and they've done before, the Rosemary Clooney musical, and Louisa May Alcott's Little Women.
Wow.
For the full lineup, you can go to our story at local12.com. We do want to thank Playhouse in the Park for these pictures they sent our way. It will be an amazing production. I don't know much about Mythic, but it feels like that's another setup of a show that people believe one day will perhaps be headed.
August Wilson's.
Might be
piano
one
lesson.
day headed to Broadway. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And this is a chance to kind of get it up and running. Tanner, I don't know if that's the case. If you happen to see that anywhere, that's just what it feels like. It's very popular on the TikToks, I'm told.
Okay.
You know how the TikToks are with their music.
Yes.
They love it.
They can play music on the TikToks.
Can't do
whereas
that
we
here.
can't do that here.
Yeah.
Love Agatha Christie. There's just a lot of good stuff. Okay, and then also tomorrow we're going to be letting you know. Today the Shakespeare Company is going to announce their lineup, and so we will have that for you tomorrow.
Looking ahead to all the wonderful
we love
things
our
coming to
theater.
stages near you. 8:13. Talk about an unwanted souvenir. Just ahead, we hear about a scorpion
Nope.
on
I'm
the
out.
loose at one of America's busiest airports.
Kind of close to a crawfish, a little bit.
Very
Except they could
similar.
Kill you.
Yeah.
That's the difference. Kill you.
Is this person Chewbacca?
That was Welcome to Person, Place, Your Thing in Wookiee.
Today at 5 on Star 64.
On Feud,
Name an office supply a man might use to fix his zipper.
you either nail it
Paperclip.
or fail it.
Several lead pencil clippings.
Family Feud.
Family Feud. Tonight starting at 5:30 on Star 64.
Ever since Kimora was a little girl, she had her sights set on the sky, and Spectrum Internet brought the sky to her fingertips. As Kimora grew, her dreams grew with her, evolving and elevating with unlimited connectivity made possible by Spectrum Internet. Switch to Spectrum Internet Advantage for just $20 per month with a 3-year price guarantee. Call 1-833-839-0138. The sky was never the limit for Kimora. Let your dreams take flight and live life unlimited.
To the insurance company, I'm claim number JUX90FJ54, classified as minor work accident. Well, insurance company, I'm Max, and that minor accident kept me out of work for over a month. So while you take your sweet time with my claim, I'm struggling to feed my family. Nice to meet you.
Insurance companies aren't in the business of protecting people. They're in the business of making money. Hurt on the job? Call Young, Reverman, and Bolliton.
They say products aren't built to last, and that they just don't make things like they used to. Since 1953, Big Sandy's been serving our customers quality and reliability at a great price. And that's why we're proud to carry Speed Queen, quality washers and dryers built here in America, with commercial-grade metal parts and backed by industry-leading warranties. Get the guaranteed lowest price and fast delivery on all Speed Queen appliances at Big Sandy's Superstore.
Welcome back. The Cincinnati Federation of Teachers organized a clap-in this morning to make students feel more special.
Yeah, and local 12's Chloe Markley is at the Clifton Area Neighborhood School to show us exactly what's going on.
Well, happening right now, Cincinnati Public Schools is hosting a clap-in. They're welcoming students into school, trying to get their voices across, telling our government, telling President Trump they stand against his plans to abolish, dismantle the Department of Education. I'm here with Shauna, Superintendent of CPS. Thanks for being here, Shauna. I see all the kiddos coming in. It's starting to dwindle a little bit. School's about to get started. But I'm going to read this quote to you. It's from President Trump. He says, in total, American society pours more than $1 trillion a year into the public education system. Instead of us being at the top of the list, we are right at the bottom. Thoughts?
I appreciate that $1 trillion, and actually it should be more. It should be the priority. We should be thinking about our youngest, most tender citizens and doing everything that we can to pour into them so that they have an amazing future. Here in Cincinnati Public Schools, we're the second largest school district in the state of Ohio. Check our record on growth, academically, social-emotionally, and all things kids.
Got it. Okay, so walk us through what kind of happened this morning. I know we're seeing the end of it, but who organized this? Why is it important today?
Absolutely. So this is critically important today because this is a show of support for our children, not only from our teachers, our faculty, our staff, our principals, our union presidents, but also our parents and additional community members. And they're here today to say to the kids, we love you, we care about you, we're here for you, and we'll do everything we can to send a message to the decision makers that we should be funded fairly.
Any steps moving forward? Say they don't hear you guys today. No changes are done. Still have the plans to abolish the DOE. Steps.
We still have a voice and we still have a presence. So we will show up, we will speak out, we will let everyone know what it means and how important public education is to the foundation of this country.
Thank you so much for that, Shauna. We're going to give you guys one last look. School is starting at 8, so it's starting to dwindle here, but just take a look at these signs. I'm seeing save public education, no cuts, no excuses, and then of course supportive signs like you are awesome, protect our kids, fund the future. A lot of positive signs like that, just trying again to get their message across. CPS is hosting a press conference to go over all of this, get their message across again to the public. That's happening today at 2. But for now, back to you.
Thank you, Chloe. Yesterday, the Senate confirmed President Trump's pick for Secretary of Education Linda McMahon.
In a recent news conference, the president said he wanted her to, quote, put herself out of a job. And during the presidential campaign, the president accused schools of, quote, indoctrinating young people with inappropriate racial, sexual, and political material.
Time now is 8:18. A tropical getaway sounds really, really good right about now. We are talking spring break travel. What to expect? That's next on ARC Cincinnati.
Imagine your home with beautiful new windows from Windows Direct USA. Imagine lower energy bills. Imagine increased home value. Check our reviews and visit us at
WindowsDirectUSA.com. I'm Nick. And I'm Nate. And we're the local twin brothers making it easy to sell your property. At CVG Homebuyers, we make it hassle-free with an all-cash offer, and we close when you're ready. We're cash home buyers, so don't make any repairs and you don't pay any closing costs. We're local and we've dealt with challenge, foreclosures, back taxes, and even vacant or inherited houses. You'll talk directly with Nick and I, and we'll put our experience to work for you.
Call 513-401-6447. That's 401-6447.
Garage door problems? Our door's open. Door not budging? Our door's open. Oh yeah, Our door is closed, too.
A quality garage door and dependable service is more important than you think. Call 513-PDQ-DOOR.
From all over the world, people turn to Cleveland Clinic for our expertise and our compassionate care. As leaders in heart, neurology, and cancer, the future of specialty care is happening right now at Cleveland Clinic. For every life-saving treatment, for every care in the world. For appointments and second opinions, call 833-523-CARE.
6 layers?
More.
15 layers?
More.
A zillion layers? Infinity layers.
More. Wait.
Beat this. Right now, Bass Direct USA has 60% off installation and payments as low as $99 a month. Visit us at
BassDirectUSA.com.
That's Myrtle Beach. Lord, that's Myrtle Beach. Tanner, how much time do I have to tell Myrtle Beach stories?
Nope, we're not going to spring break stories.
My cousin.
No cousin Tom stories. Nope.
Bunch of my high school buddies, about 2 or 3 years in a row, we went to Myrtle Beach.
No handy snack stories.
Oh, man, let me tell you.
Bob.
We went, they have a Ripley's Believe It or Not place in there.
I know they do.
You know that? And they have a two-way mirror.
Bob.
In one of the sections of the tour. And some things happened.
Okay.
Some things happened in that moment. And if you were there, you remember. Multiple schools and universities in the tri-state are just a few weeks away from spring break. Many families, college kids, they use this time off to travel.
Yes, but if you're planning a spring break getaway, get ready to pay a whole lot more. According to a recent report by Bloomberg, this is apparently going to be the most expensive spring break travel period in recent memory. When spring break travel hits its peak later this month, the average trip will cost $8,306. I don't know where those figures come from, but that's 26% higher than last year.
Now, wait, I mean, if you're talking about a family all going, I can see.
Yeah, I think so.
But as an individual college kid on spring break, if you're spending more than about $300, you're doing something wrong.
No. I think they were saying, like, a family.
Okay. Because Lord of mercy.
Not a individual student.
$8,000.
They polled 8,000 different people.
On like how much they were going to spend for a trip?
Yeah, and some of them were international trips.
Oh, okay.
I'm told.
That's just not cramming a bunch of dudes into a car and driving until you hit water.
4 and you're flying to just Florida.
Right.
You know, airfare's up, cost of hotels expensive. You got to eat. There's
Step
activities.
1, drive.
Right. Well, not everybody does that though. But
do that.
Yeah. Gas is not as bad.
Gas right now is not that bad.
It's not that bad.
Drive.
I got it for $1.67 with my Kroger points.
Drive in the middle of the night so the kids sleep. That's what we used to do.
Yeah.
And
if
then,
they sleep.
And then if you're say you're trying to go to Disney,
which is really expensive.
Stay in the All-Star Resort.
Yeah.
That's the less expensive one.
Take the shuttle over, yeah.
Shuttle everywhere.
Ask Bob and I. We were the penny pinchers.
Send your kid to keep filling up the souvenir cup.
Yeah.
Though I think they put microchips in them now, so you can only get so many.
Decorate your basement to look like Disney and just tell your 3-year-old.
Welcome
to Disney World.
That's amazing. All right. Now if cost wasn't enough to worry about, how about this? Massive layoffs from the National Park Service. That could really throw a wrench in your travel plans. If you're a person who likes to go hiking, that kind of thing. 1,000 national park workers have been let go by the Trump administration's DOGE. This came on top of staffing cutbacks that have already been out there in recent years. So what does that mean for park visitors? A report by Travel and Leisure magazine says you should expect some of the smaller parks to limit hours. A lot of the facilities like visitors, campgrounds, those could be impacted. And there are some concerns that emergency responses could be affected by all of the national park firings. And that is, it's a tragedy for anyone who's trying to get to a national park in our country for whatever reasons may be behind it, that they are not able to enjoy it in all of the majesty that those parks have. This is just a personal commentary moment. I believe the national parks are one of the greatest gifts in this country. They are
remarkable.
Yes, you almost feel like you are elsewhere.
Yeah.
That you are not of this earth. It is so beautiful in some of those spots. And I really hope that everybody who wants a chance to get out to, whether it's Yellowstone or Yosemite or Zion, pick a park. I hope they get the opportunity to do that. You know, they were already doing timed entry in a lot of those places because they just started getting more and more crowded, especially after COVID. Because it was a thing you could do. You could be outside and you didn't have to, worry about any of those potential issues. And so they would do timed entries. But when the staffing is that small, I don't know how they're going to handle the crowds for spring break and summer. I don't. It's going to be trying. Yeah, I think.
Absolutely. All right, well, if you're heading out to one of those parks, if you're going to be flying American Airlines later this spring, there are going to be some changes for you. So American Airlines has announced that it will add 5 minutes to the boarding times for all of its domestic flights. The spokesperson says the additional time will help relieve some of the congestion on the jet bridge due to the pauses between the boarding groups. The airline also says it hopes the move will lower the amount of passengers who have to gate check, their carry-on bags. American says flight attendants will now have more time to find space for bags in the overhead bins. The extra time goes into effect on May 1st.
I'm always early.
Yeah.
Which is weird because I'm not usually an early person. But flights, I don't mess around.
I can confirm. Sometimes the newscast is starting at 8 and
sometimes
Bob rolls in at 7:50.
Correct.
9.
Yes. Flights, I don't mess around. I don't know what it is. I have to be there.
I should confirm. You know what you're doing and you're here. You're already.
I think a lot of people would question that. But flight, I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I got to be there. I got to see it. I need eyes on the plane.
No, I do too. I like to be at the airport in time to be there and relax for a second before you get there.
But I'll be there early, but then I will mock the people who get in line before it's time to get in line.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm both. I'm both early and I'm mocking you for getting in line.
For getting in line early. Because getting in line early doesn't really do much for you, except...
The argument is the overhead bin.
I was going to say.
I know.
I did not know, and there, depending on the airline. I had only flown Southwest Airlines once in my life.
Yes.
And it was a long time ago. And then I flew recently. I didn't know that it was kind of first come, first serve seating at that point.
What?
In the generalized...
Who does, really?
I believe so.
I've never not been on a plane where there weren't assigned seats.
Well, no, I mean, I think it was, I think it was assigned seating, but it was...
Good Lord, I thought you meant people were jockeying for position.
No, what was it? It was something about...
Like you there's no guarantee you'll get the overhead bin that's over your seat. I know that.
it was something about not having gate or zones or something. Because we kept sitting there, and then we were waiting, and we're like, oh, I guess we were supposed to board. I can't remember exactly. I'll have to figure out exactly what it was. It was completely different than something
you had ever done before.
I had ever done before.
Gotcha.
And then with the overhead bins, that's the only reason that I can think of to try to get on, or just wanting to get on and sit down.
Here's my I only take a personal item. I only take something that'll fit under the seat.
But you're a man, so you don't usually carry a purse.
Thank you. No, I don't.
So we have gotten in trouble before for thinking that our purse was okay. Like my mom and I.
That's your personal item.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And thinking, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now they strictly measure that stuff.
They do.
And let me, the little thing you have to they'll make you stuff it down in there.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever had them do that?
No, but.
Let me tell you, I will jump up and down on top of my bag to make it fit in that little measuring device they have. I will get that thing on the plane.
Well, especially nowadays when it costs so much to get.
Yeah.
You think you're getting a flight for $159
Correct.
round trip, and by the time you
if I got to pack one pair of drawers and a T-shirt, that's what I do. But let me ask you this. What is the bigger pet peeve? Watching people line up early to get on the plane, or watch everybody jump out of their seats when you're on the tarmac waiting to get off of the plane?
That's a good one.
Because I'm like,
Tanner
what are y'all?
says the second one.
There's nothing we can do. We're all going to get out row by row. If you're in a hurry, if you're hitting a connecting flight, I've had people hey man, and I'm like, sure, friend.
Or you've got a little one
that
needs to go to the bathroom, or
whatever.
Yeah.
We're all in a giant tube that we just, we're up in the air. What a miracle. Let's enjoy it. You ever do that? You're sitting in an airplane and you're like, I'm in this giant piece of metal.
I try not to think about that. I try absolutely not to think about that.
It's amazing when you think about it.
Okay.
Those Wright brothers, let me tell you, they really thought some things through. Around 25 million people report having a significant fear of flying. And if the airport stresses you out, this is not going to help you. A woman had to be taken to the hospital, not for fear of flying, for the fact that she was stung by a scorpion in the Boston airport. Police say the woman was stung on the finger while getting her bags from the luggage claim over the weekend. The woman had to be just returned from a trip to Mexico, so it's likely the unwanted hitchhiker stowed away in her own suitcase. Out of the more than 2,000 scorpion species, only about 3% of them are deadly. Experts say it's important to take these kinds of incidents very seriously, though. Scorpion stings can also be very painful.
A hot needle gets into your skin. You will feel pain, but then that pain will become in numbness, that as soon as they find themselves in unknown spaces, they will seek shelter. And most of the times, they will try to hide under anything that is on the ground.
And now I'm going to make it worse.
No.
The scorpion was not captured. So airport officials,
in the airport.
They're asking everyone, hey, just watch out for a scorpion, if you don't mind. However, Boston, a fairly chilly place. It's unlikely to survive very long. If it's outside, it is outside already, its normal habitat. But, if it's in the airport, it might,
Scamper around.
Scamper around to like a Sbarro or something. If they got
Sbarro.
I don't know.
Hide near the pizza oven so it's nice and warm.
Something like that. Okay. I have no idea if they have a Sbarro in Boston's airport, by the way. Scorpions.
I miss a Sbarro.
This just in, they have a Quiznos.
Okay.
Also has a easy oven access. Mm-hmm. So there's something to keep in mind.
Glad I'm not flying anytime soon.
It's 8:32. I cannot sing this next phrase, so I'll just say it. Fly me to the moon. Things get very loony and lunar when our buddy Dean Regas joins us for some Space News! That's next on ARC Cincinnati. Stay with us.
I'm always shocked he actually wants to come back.
I know.
If you're at home right now suffering from burning, tingling, or numb feet, you need to pay special attention to this next segment as we discuss neuropathy.
So what is neuropathy?
Neuropathy is actually nerve damage, most frequently in the legs, hands, or feet.
What are the symptoms?
The main symptoms are burning, numbness, muscle cramps, and trouble with your balance.
Is neuropathy treatable?
Neuropathy is absolutely treatable.
If you're experiencing burning, tingling, numbness, coldness in your hands or feet, or you're having balance issues, call today to schedule your consult with one of our board-certified pain specialists. Your consult will tell you if you're at risk for serious complications and if you're a good candidate for our cutting-edge neuropathy treatment. Call now. Don't wait until your symptoms are so severe that nothing can be done. End-stage neuropathy can leave people confined to walkers or wheelchairs. We've helped thousands get out of pain related to neuropathy. We accept all major insurances, including Medicare and Medicaid. Call now to schedule your consult.
With newly imposed tariffs expected to affect the price of furniture and appliances, Big Sandy Superstore says, not so fast. Shop now and beat the price increase. We're holding 2024 prices for as long as we can. So go ahead, shop the best selection of furniture and appliances and get the lowest prices of the year. And up to 5-year special financing with no money down. Beat the price increases at Big Sandy Superstore.
The Panera You Pick 2 you've always loved now has a price you'll love even more. Starting at $8.98, mix 2 Panera faves to craft the perfect meal just for you. Whether it's a soup and salad or sandwich and mac, the choice is all yours. Panera's You Pick 2, endless combinations now starting at $8.98.
Are you okay? I heard about the accident. Do you want me to call your mom? Good job getting to the nurses right away. I'll tell you, Coach, you won't be going to practice today. You want a popsicle? Popsicles always help. Don't worry, I'll take care of everything.
To be a good lawyer, you have to care about people and love what you do, because nobody loves a lawyer until they need one. If you've been injured, call Young, Reverman, and Dalton. Experience matters.
I love my lawyer.
This year's Cincinnati Auto Expo is on the go. Until March 9th, log on to see the participating tri-state dealers near you. See which vehicles catch your eye, then schedule your test drive.
Family Feud, tonight starting at 5:30 on Star 64.
It is time once again. We're back with more Space News!
Yes, and this morning we are orbiting the moon with our dear friend, Dean Regas. Good morning.
Morning.
Dean, how are you, buddy? It's good to see you.
Doing good. Great floating in space with you
Yeah,
guys.
thanks for coming all the way up here. With us.
Yeah.
It's not an easy commute. Pretty important that we've got this image up behind us right now. New space race. Why is NASA so focused on the moon right now? Let's start there.
Lots of stuff going on the moon. We have this private lander that got there recently, sent back these amazing pictures of the surface. Like, if people haven't seen these pictures, it's really incredible. The close-ups views of this. Here we are in orbit, flying around there, and then this landed. So there's a lot of moon missions going on. And of course, we're all trying to get to where we can send people back to the moon. And the Artemis mission is ramping up, so hopefully we'll be able to do that. But this is a pretty exciting one. And, as far as pictures of the moon go, man, they nailed it. This is really cool.
And I was just going to say, so often when we're looking at space-related things, it's a computer-generated thing. It's this is what this looks like, and we put a filter on it, whatever. That was just an image of the moon that we saw before.
Yeah. I mean, this one's a simulator.
Yeah, that was
the other one, but still, the other ones were actual pictures of the lunar surface.
Yes.
And seeing that level of detail is incredible.
That's really neat. Really, really neat.
And we have a lunar eclipse that's happening later this month, and then we'll go back to the moon.
Yeah, absolutely. Big news. I mean, this is I think the astronomical event of the year is we have a total lunar eclipse on the night of the March 13th into the morning hours of March 14th. So that's the big thing is all the news reports are going to say it's on the 14th, but it's the morning of the 14th, like when you guys usually get up in the morning.
That's when the best time, yeah.
That's right. So the lunar eclipse starts in the morning of the 14th, 1:09 a.m., a great time to get up, that's for sure. But then the totality is from about 2:26 to 3:31 a.m. So I don't know. What time do you guys get up? About then?
I get up about 2:30.
Perfect for you. I'm gonna have to get shocked awake because I don't get up that. So I'll just maybe I'll just stay up all night.
That's your picture we're looking at. How did you get that? How did you take that picture?
Oh man, there's a story behind that one. Well, this was one of the last lunar eclipses, and I went to Portsmouth, Ohio, because it was cloudy in Cincinnati. So, but this was just with my phone attached to a very small telescope, so it doesn't take a lot to be able to take a picture like this.
That's so great.
And so that's what's amazing about this is this going to be visible all across the United States, coast to coast. We'll be able to see this all at the same time. So that's Thursday night into Friday morning next week.
Wow, and that was with your phone. I mean, I know you said it's attached to a telescope, but that's pretty incredible with the phone.
Yeah, and because some of these, you could just hold your phone right up to the eyepiece and take a picture, or if you have a adapter, that works as well. But even if you have a standalone SLR camera, you can do a great picture of the moon as well.
So cool, so cool. Before we get on to something new we're going to be doing with you, the viewers at home, I wanted to ask you a couple other things. Is the opportunity to see, was it 6 planets sort of all at once? Is that already coming on?
Yeah, the Planet Parade, the so-called Planet Parade. It was okay.
It was just okay.
It was and on paper it looked great. You had 7 planets up in the sky, so basically all of them.
Right.
So the only problem
Pour one out for Pluto.
Yeah, right. Didn't count. But we had 7 planets up in the sky, 1 planet down on Earth. So Mercury and Saturn were really tough to see.
Okay.
Uranus and Neptune need a telescope, so that's 4 out basically.
Oh, okay.
So Venus, Mars, Jupiter. Awesome. I never want to tell people don't look at those 3 planets, but all 7 was a stretch. But, it got people looking up, so that's fine.
And I know you were always like, once people are looking up, you like that.
Exactly, yeah. If that's what brings them out there, all the better.
Yeah. Speaking of looking up, telescopes?
Telescope Fest, yeah. So I'm bringing back this event called Telescope Fest at Alt Park. This is our 2nd annual. This is going to be on Saturday, this Saturday from 5 to 8 p.m. And we're going to have a lot of telescopes set up where people can browse, ask questions for the experts, and then fingers crossed that the weather cooperates. We'll actually do some viewing, looking at the moon, and all 8 planets. Sure, I'll just say that. We'll show you all 8 planets. Sure, why not?
Give it a go anyway.
At least 3 of them.
You are an encyclopedia of space knowledge, of course, and that's why we have you back, which is why we are we're going to let you all, do you have questions for him? So we're going to test our new segment called Ask a Real Life Astronomer.
Yes.
So scan a QR code. We're going to put it up here in space with us so we can shoot it all the way up to space. Or there it is. You can scan that code right now, and it will take you to our ARC Cincinnati with Bob and Jen Facebook page, or you can just go to the ARC Cincinnati with Bob and Jen Facebook page, where you can ask Dean a question about the final frontier. And then in a couple weeks, he's going to come on, he's going to come back, and he's going to answer some of your questions. We already have a few.
Already?
Yeah, because we put it out earlier this morning, so keep them coming. Anything you've ever wanted to ask an astronomer, or you have a question about some of the things going on, the space race, anything. He can help you.
The thing that I'm most fascinated by when we have you come in is like you tend to explain things in layman's terms.
Right.
Like it's science, but it doesn't feel too sciencey. Yeah. How hard is that for you to sort of take things and put them in a language that makes sense to everybody?
Well, that's the thing is like when I started in astronomy, I didn't know anything, and so that's the way I had to learn. I had to read about these things and do the experiments myself. And I was like, this has to make sense to me. And if it makes sense to me, then it makes sense to you all too. So I hope that comes through. And I hope I get lots of alien UFO questions.
Oh, yeah, bring on your UFO questions.
No, but I can't tell you about them. I'm not allowed to.
You signed the NDA, you're not allowed to talk about it?
I can't answer those, but everything else is fair game.
Love it. As we're seeing another really cool moon image there behind us, can I ask you one more thing about the moon?
Yeah.
Didn't one of the rovers or landers, and it may not have been one from this country, go to the dark side?
Yes.
The dark side of the moon?
Yeah, one of the Chinese landers land on the far side of the moon. So it's the side always facing away from us. So that side of the moon that's behind us here is the side we always see. We never see the far side of the moon at all. And so landing over there was a kind of like a show off.
Yep.
Hey, look at this.
Look what we can do.
And we can communicate back. So yeah, the moon race is on.
Did we learn anything that we didn't know before from the dark side of the moon?
Probably not. But no, I'm just kidding.
Don't tell that to big play.
But it was the idea of testing out these technologies to be able to relay info from that side. That shows a great level of sophistication. Lead the way for more.
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool. Dean, thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Coming all the way up here. Yeah, we're going to head back down to Earth now. But time is 8:41. Robert Pattinson meets his match in a new movie all about clones. We get an early look at Mickey 17 next on Cinema 64.
Didn't Michael Keaton do that in the early 90s? Multiplicity. You guys remember Multiplicity?
Oh, yeah, Multiplicity.
Oh, that was it?
Never make a copy of a copy.
I was thinking of Face Off.
That's kind of what we have going on here.
What's Leonard's secret weapon?
My glasses. Help me find them. Found them.
The Big Bang Theory.
Tonight is 7 on Star 64.
On the next Young Sheldon, it's Sheldon's first night in the dorms.
What if there is alcohol?
Then they're going to get a lot of fun facts about the history of fermented beverages.
I don't think I should.
It's just root beer.
Do you have a coaster?
Yeah, it's in the china cabinet.
And where would that be?
The next Young Sheldon.
Tonight at 7:30.
Did they just hop from a baseball game to a show on Max without leaving DirecTV?
It's like all their apps and channels are connected.
Oh, it's all connected. Shows, movies, sports, cooking shows. Oh my God.
Is she talking to us?
Tell me, how does DirecTV put all your favorite stuff on one home screen? Uncanny content suggestions based on your watch history? Or mind control?
Were you recently electrocuted?
A better way to watch whatever you want to watch.
Well, I, for one, am intrigued.
Welcome back, everyone. Bong Joon-ho, the Oscar-winning writer-director of Parasite, is back with a new movie in theaters this weekend. Let's take a look at Mickey 17.
On Earth, nothing was working out, and I wanted to get the hell out of there.
You're applying to be an expendable? You read through the paperwork.
Yeah. I should have read through it.
Robert Pattinson gets expended repeatedly in Bong Joon-ho's Mickey 17.
Every time I died, they just printed me out again. I'm sure you're used to it by now, but what's it feel like to die? Even on my 17th go-around, I hate dying.
But when 17 unexpectedly survives, 18 is printed anyway, making Mickey a multiple. Not good.
Eventually got to a shorthand where he was just sort of saying, you need to be more 17 or more 18, and you kind of just realize in your body like how to do it after a while. But it was kind of fun. I prefer it to working with other actors.
지금 내 앞에서 저기 포스터가 있는데
If you look at the poster of Mickey 17 and Rob's face there, it's kind of perfect. You know, he has this kind of like doofus look, a goofy look to him. You know, he looks really nice, but you know that there's something unfortunate going on in his life.
The cast was filled with praise for their director.
He literally just shoots the storyboard. You don't do entire scenes, you just shoot incremental moments. And that was actually very satisfying.
Yeah, liberating.
Yeah.
This is so exciting! It meant that there was a kind of seamless energy to just the whole project.
He's kind of empowering all aspects of the production by having all these things prepared so that he kind of leaves a roadmap for everybody to like self-motivate themselves to follow him where he's going.
I got a job to do.
Mickey Bonds, fighting right to the end.
My great gift to mankind.
Okay, I'm in. I want to see it. It has elements, I feel like, of lots of different movies that I've seen over the years. I mentioned Multiplicity with Michael Keaton, where it never make a copy of a copy. It doesn't end up going very well. It reminds me of the Tom Cruise movie from a handful of years ago. Had two different titles. It was called Edge of Tomorrow, but then it was also called Live, Die, Repeat, which is really, Emily Blunt's in it. It's a really good movie. Like really good. Reminds me of both of those things. I don't know.
I thought somebody in this room said yesterday that they were reading the book.
May very well have been.
Or maybe it was one of the cinema guys.
Conceptually, I like
the idea. I think it was one of the cinema guys.
Because they were excited about it coming out. Yeah. Looks fun. Yeah, I'd see that one.
Well, pack your bags. The Amazing Race is back tomorrow night for a brand new season. And this year, the race will be bigger and better than ever.
Good luck. Travel safe. Go!
For the first time in Amazing Race history, 14 teams are embarking on a race around the world. Never done that before. We're going to race through 9 countries and travel more than 29,000 miles. And once again on Amazing Race, a brand new country, Bulgaria.
Bulgaria. Wow. And on The Amazing Race, it's not about the destination, but the journey. The teams on season 37 all have their own story to tell. Take a listen.
Growing up, my dad was always my superhero. Just really thankful for this opportunity.
And I'm her mom. We realized she's 65 and we don't have that much time to figure it out anymore.
I wanted to run this race with Kerrigan because we're best friends. Hey, she's my bestie.
We've been coast to coast on motorcycles, but this would be the first time I've ever been out of the United States.
A couple of years into our marriage, we had a humongous fight. It was watching The Amazing Race that brought us back together.
Aww. Well, you can watch the season 37 premiere of The Amazing Race tomorrow night at 9:30 on Local 12 at 9:30. Cool. Is it like an hour and a half deal?
Must be. Super cool. Oh, it's after Survivor, so Survivor's probably a little longer too.
I was going to say usually doesn't start at 9:30.
I'm intrigued by promotions for things that say it's going to be bigger and better than ever. Because as the show ever said, it's a little bit smaller and not quite as good. You know what I mean? Nothing ever is promoted that way.
I think we have said that about our own show.
About our show. That's probably true.
Yeah.
But it really does look fascinating. And I've done the thing a million times of who I would want to be on The Amazing Race to have the most success. And it is my older brother, Mike, for sure. We would crush.
It's not me.
There is not
because
a plane.
You've done a race with me. And I'm not insulted by that because there are many things that we've done together in our 20 plus working years together. But you saw me try to race for the Marvin Lewis Community Fund. And
you saw me get a little bit competitive.
He left me on the side of the road, everybody. He did.
I didn't leave you per se.
Look, I didn't know there was going to be that much running. Nobody said you're going to run from downtown to UC.
I was trying to
and then
inspire
play
you.
Flip cup with fraternity boys, which is where I shined.
Where you crushed.
Where I shined.
And when we went up Mount Adams.
And then we had to do shots.
And
That's,
I was getting ready to do it. Not my strength. And Jen's like, I got it.
I'm like, out of the way.
Shakla. And you hit them both like right now.
So running, not so good for me. Playing flip cup with fraternities, strength.
That's the key. Got to find your
We
strength.
had to do some karaoke. I mean, there was a lot of running.
That
we did not. The first year,
they
learned.
totally changed the game.
They did,
because of what happened in the first year.
I think someone died.
I
think it was me.
Gummer, we had to go back and find in an alley.
We did. He was left in an alley.
He was. We found him. He was okay.
That was rough.
We didn't win.
So I understand that you don't want to take
we came in like top 5.
I also wouldn't eat weird foods. So
really?
there's
Oh,
that.
I would.
But I would do great in all the different countries, I think.
The problem is they do spinny things sometimes as challenges. And you know how I am
and
about
Mike would
spinning
spin, your
things.
older brother would spin?
He would spin, for sure. Yeah,
all right, now that we've cleared that up.
Yeah. Hey, some habits are hard to break.
Oh, I get.
Right? Whoopi Goldberg is ready to return to Sister Act.
She's gonna wear a habit.
On the Oscars red carpet, Whoopi confirmed that the script for Sister Act 3 is written, adding, quote, "We're hoping it'll happen sometime this year." According to Tyler Perry, who's producing this third Sister Act movie. It's been 33 years since this first Sister Act movie was in theaters. That's a long time.
That is a long
I'm trying not to
time.
think about just how long that has
I
that
don't
has
want to
been.
think about that. Those movies were very popular, though.
They were
fun.
super fun.
They were different. They were fun.
Yeah. I wonder if she'll be sort of in the Mother Superior role now.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Since
Yeah.
she's sort of the elder statesman, I would imagine.
Climb every mountain.
As it were. Yeah.
Sorry, I just went Sound of Music on that.
Oh, they did have to rewrite because of Maggie Smith's passing, who sort of played that role in the earlier films. So there you go.
Alrighty.
You got that question you were thinking of?
Nope. I had the perfect end of show question, and it's gone.
So whatever we come up with, probably not going to be as good. So
See, there we go. I told you on this show. When we come back, our question of the day is going to be not as good and not bigger and better than ever. So stick around.
My parents worked hard for everything we had. They taught me the value of $1 and how to use it wisely. Those lessons are forever. And today, I share them with all our employees. It's why I team up with Vanguard for a company's 401k plan. Because everyone deserves to have someone look out for their financial well-being.
Vanguard, 50 years of helping investors be well on their way.
Touch can mean so many things, even for people with moderate to severe eczema. Touch can make 2 feel like 1, or simply be a helping hand. Dupixent can help you stay ahead of eczema as you welcome the feeling of touch. Dupixent helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your skin from within. Many adults saw 90% clearer skin. Some even achieved long-lasting clearer skin. And fast itch after the first dose. Severe allergic reactions can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain, vision changes, or blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma or other medicines without talking to your doctor. Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists, helps you feel the heal. See the difference for yourself. Reach out to your eczema specialist today.
At Spectrum, we believe every day unlocks unlimited possibilities to bring you closer to the people and places you love. Spectrum transforms your gaming experience into a galaxy of adventures. And with the fastest, most reliable internet, you're always front row to the entertainment you love, no matter where you are. Get Spectrum Internet Advantage for $20 per month plus a 3-year price guarantee. Call 1-833-294-0246. Spectrum Internet gives you the power to stream all the shows, movies, and sports you love.
This year's Cincinnati Auto Expo is on the go. Until March 9th, simply log on to the website on your screen to see the participating Tri-State dealers near you. See a vehicle that catches your eye? Schedule a test drive. It's Cincinnati Auto Expo on the go.
Suits. Back-to-back episodes tonight starting at 8 on Star 64.
Just talking about that time that Bob left us on the side of the road in his competitive streak. So that kind of plays into our question of the day, which we'll get to in just a second. But we're going to answer your question of the day, or your answers from the question of the day yesterday.
Yeah, we got into Asian Cuisine Week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we were asking where do you like to go for some fine Asian cuisine in the area? Sweet basil Thai and sushi.
I have been there.
Oh, well, it sounds lovely. Thank you, Abigail, for this. Great atmosphere, friendly staff, and the food is always out of this world. Perfect date night spot. One of our absolute favorites, crab puffs. Have to be the best in the city.
Ooh, Tom says Kim's Korean in Harrison.
All right.
The best, Tom says.
Kathy says Siam Orchid in Bellevue is my favorite. North Siam Kitchen in Highland Heights is also good.
Oh, that sounds great. Tony says Kathy's Kitchen in Florence and Oriental Walk in Crescent Springs are fantastic. Oh my gosh, I want some Thai.
Oriental Walk has been doing it right for a long, long time. A place that my family frequents, and it is this tiny little place.
Buddha Barn.
Buddha Barn is fantastic down in Sailor Park. Walk of China.
Okay.
Walk of China in like Glen Crossing in the strip mall there. Unbelievable.
Oh, I've been there.
We get it all the time. We love it.
Okay.
TR, our chief videographer, he living over the west side now. He's like, where should I go? And I told him, I'm like, go there immediately.
Okay.
And he was like, that's a good call.
Would like to give a shout out in the Montford Heights / White Oak area. Thai Nam Tip. It's
right there on North
it's right by the
across from the Skyline almost.
Almost across from the Skyline.
I know exactly where you mean.
Great lunch specials.
Yeah.
Under $10, you get an entree and a soup or a spring roll. It's so good. I recommend the Thai Nam.
And now I want Buddha Barn.
I know, me too.
Did you mention
I want
Buddha
food really
Barn?
bad.
I want Drunken Noodle. Oh, so good.
So good. But today, our question of the day, if you would go to the ARC Cincinnati with Bob and Jen Facebook page.
It's already there. I already put it up, Jen.
So we were talking about the Amazing Race, and they go to all these different countries. What country would you like to go to that you haven't been to yet, and why? Bob?
Whoa.
I know there's so many.
I would like to go to Switzerland.
Oh, it's great.
I've never been among the Swiss.
It's delightful.
Their Alps, their cheeses,
their watches,
their pocket knives.
My goodness.
They
I would like
have
to
it
go to
all.
Italy. I still haven't been to Italy. I know you've been there.
Yeah.
So
Rome.
we're going to Amazing Race over to Studio A right now.
Go! You better
For
move,
ARC at
Dalton.
9.
You better run.
It takes a rebel to make something beautiful. Beauty takes courage. It's an act of joy. So resist the ordinary and embrace the wow at Florin Decor.
Why is Rich so good? So annoying.
Buttery, salty show-offs.
I love them. Is that a smile?
This is a salty club.
Salty. You're gonna get us kicked out.
So?
That's better.
Loved by everyone, even the saltiest.
You want to know why I call South Carolina home? Come on, take a road trip with me. When you look around, you can really get a sense of why I love my home state. From the beaches all the way up to the beautiful mountains, South Carolina's got awesome scenery, cool cities, rich culture, and super friendly people. Of course, the best thing you can do is come down to South Carolina and find your own favorite places. Come see why I love this place.
Looking for the best deals during tax season? Long's Furniture has everything you need with incredible deals, including bedrooms, living rooms, home offices, dining rooms, kids' bedrooms, mattresses, and more. Long's Furniture also offers free layaway, no credit needed financing, and same-day delivery, so you don't have to wait to start enjoying your new furniture. Create the perfect space without breaking the bank. Only at Long's Furniture.
When it comes to basement waterproofing, two things all homeowners look for: experience and someone local or homegrown, like EverDry Waterproofing. They're Cincinnati's most reliable home team, bringing over 35 years in business, and they'll be here until the cows come home. Sorry. So if you're home alone and you smell something musty or damp in your basement, call EverDry Waterproofing for a home inspection before you get home.